Hello and welcome. This is OBN. I'm Honorable with the news. President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Sahle-Work Zawde, underscored that the works undertaken by the National Defense Force should be strengthened. The president has paid a visit to the National Air Force Base at Bishoftu. Aklu Gabru had the story.
7th National Defense Force Day is being celebrated with different ceremonies. President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Sahle-Work Zawde, and senior military officials have visited the Ethiopian Air Force located in Bishoftu town in connection with the celebration of the day. The Ethiopian Air Force has also presented its performance that clearly reveals its high capacity to accomplish its mission. President Sahle-Work Zawde had to say the following about the capacity of the Ethiopian Air Force.
Ethiopia Ayer Hail አከባበር ላይ በመገኘቴ በተለይ ደግሞ ባየሁት ሰራዊታችንን ከፍተኛ ደረጃ ላይ ለማድረስ
works which have been done by the Ethiopian Air Force is very astonishing in terms of its structure and manpower, she said. President Sahle-Work Zawde added that works done to modernize the defense force should be sustained.
ለህዝቡና ለህገ መንግስቱ አሁን እንደተነገረው መሪ ቃል
We have to work more to produce defense force that is responsible for the constitution and the public, she said. Minister of Defense Engineer Asha Mohammed for her part said that celebration of the day is aimed to publicize great deeds done in the defense force.
ይሄ ቀን በየሰራዊቱ ባለበት ሁሉ በተለያዩ ዝግጅቶች እየተከበረ ያለ ቀን ነው.
The day is being celebrated in all the presence of the defense force with different ceremonies. It is also aimed to unveil the reforms undertaken in the defense force. Commander of the Ethiopian Air Force, Brigadier General Yilma Mardasa, also said that the Air Force staff works by being loyal to the constitution and the public.
Our force is morally and technically ready to keep the sovereignty of the country.
The Ethiopian military aviation was initiated in 1929, and Ethiopia had only four pilots during the Italian invasion in 1935. And again, Emperor Haile Selassie established the Holata Military Academy in 1941, and it is a very recent phenomenon in Ethiopia. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed urged members of the newly established National Reconciliation Commission to nurture and sustain national cohesion. Cardinal Brahani Yusuf and Yetnebersh Neguse were elected chairperson and deputy of the commission respectively. House of People's Representatives recently approved 41 members of Reconciliation Commission amid restoring peace at the national level. The objective of the commission is to maintain peace, justice, democracy, national unity, consensus, and reconciliation among the Ethiopian peoples, it was indicated. According to the proclamation, it will also investigate and identify the basic reasons of disputes and violations of human rights by taking into consideration social and economic circumstances and the view of victims and offenders. The proclamation for the establishment of Reconciliation Commission was approved by the House of People's Representatives in December 2018. Cardinal Brahani Yusuf, head of the Ethiopian Catholic Church, and Yetnebersh Neguse was born and grew up in Shashamane area and studied at Addis Ababa University Law School. Deputy Prime Minister Demeke Mekonnen noted that the Great Ethiopian Renaissance Dam project should be completed and give service as per the schedule. Fukadu Burhanu has more.
Even though the construction of Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam has planned to finalize in 5 years, it counts 8 years. Many problems are raised for its delays, especially the problems related to METEC. The government has also announced that it needs additional 4 years to finalize the project after it has identified the problems that were faced in the construction of the project. National Council of Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam Public Participation Coordinator and Deputy Prime Minister Demeke Mekonnen said the government is working with due attention to complete the project as per its schedule.
አሁን ባለው ሁኔታ የህዳሴ ግድባችንን አጠናክረን እንዲቀጥል ማድረግ አለብን ስንል
When we say we should continue the construction of the Renaissance Dam, it should be finalized as per its schedule. We do not need additional time, so stakeholders like Board, Ministry of Water, Irrigation and Energy, and leaders of electricity should play their role in doing so. If we do so, we construct quality project at the right time.
Demak adds that the government is closely working with the stakeholders to solve the previous improper use of resource and lack of administration, and called upon all stakeholders to play their share. Minister of Water, Irrigation and Energy, Dr. Engineer Seleshi Bekala, for his part, noted that the work of the dam is reached on 65%, adding that 98 billion is invested on the project till now. General Manager of the dam, Engineer Kafala Horro, said electromechanical work of the dam is delayed due to lack of attention.
በየጊዜው ፕሮጀክቱን ትራክ ማድረግ አለብን
We should track the project every time. When we face problem, we are ready to share it for stakeholders to find a solution. I promise in front of you to do so. Regarding the quality, we are working using every available technologies. So we are working with due attention to finalize the project with high quality.
The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is being built by Ethiopians themselves, by the finance raised by the public, and it took actually longer time and it's under construction. The 32nd Ethiopia-Kenya Joint Border Administrators and Commissioners meeting kicked off in Adama town here, Oromia Regional State, yesterday. Vice President of the Oromia Regional State, Ayiba Hassan, who is also coordinator of the social cluster of the region, said the two nations have various values in common. Fukadu Brown again has more.
The 32nd Ethio-Kenya Joint Border Commissioners and Administrators session has been kicked off at Adama town. The meeting is aimed at ways of cementing long-standing relationships of the two countries, especially focusing on border area activities. Vice President of the Oromia Regional State, who is also coordinator of Social Affairs Cluster, Ayiba Hassan, in her welcoming speech said Ethiopia and Kenya are not only limited on border sharing, but also the two people have many things in common.
Both people share similar culture, language and linguistics affinities and way of life, which are the foundations to further cement the already existing friendly relationships between the two countries. The boundary between Ethiopia and Kenya was demarcated between the year 1950 up to 1955, and the demarcated boundary ground control point was agreed to be inspected and maintained every 5 years.
She adds that Ethiopia has been taking encouraging steps to implement the decision made during the 34th Ethio-Kenya Joint Border Commissioners and Administrators meeting.
Ethiopia has taken encouraging steps on implementing the decision made during 31st Ethio-Kenya Border Commissioners and Administrations meeting by involving all stakeholders, the local community, elders, religion leaders and the local authorities in order to sensitize and create awareness among the people who reside along the common boundary in order for joint technical boundary committee to inspect and maintain the pillars smoothly without fear of insecurity.
Ayiba noted that the two countries are working closely with each other to smoothly run free trade around the border, adding that the two countries' customs authorities are working together to solve challenges of cross-border trade. Coordinator of Kenyan delegate Mufat Kangi, for his part, stated that his government is working with high commitment to strengthen the existing Ethio-Kenyan relationships.
We have come here to strengthen the relations, the existing cordial relations between Kenya and Ethiopia. Over time, we have been holding such meetings. The last one was held in Mombasa, and we are happy to be here today. We have already been welcomed very warmly by the mayor of this great city, and we have been also with the vice president of the regional government of the Oromia. We are here because the border between Kenya and Ethiopia has communities that straddle the two countries.
He further noted that security is crucial to sustain the long-standing relationships.
The last meeting in Mombasa was centered around two clusters. One is the political and security. On that issue, political and security, We have made big strides and achievements in that area, because for all the items that include cattle rustling, meetings between our commissioners, and also meetings of elders has been happening regularly. On the issue of trade, which comes under the cluster of social and economic cooperation, we have also experienced great achievements.
Director General of Neighboring Countries and IGAD Affairs at Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Yibaltal Aimro, underscored that the meeting can play a significant role to evaluate relationships of the two countries. Using this chance, we evaluate the relationships of our countries. Representatives of people who are living at the border area are mainly participating on the meeting. Additionally, federal ministries like education, health, immigration and trade are part of the discussion. It is said that establishment of additional border entry points, harmonization of the customs working hours, making customs authority more productive, and controlling human trafficking are works need due attention.
Kenya, Ethiopia, they share common people. Like in Marsabit County and Tana River County along the border of Mombasa port, the Oromos are living there, and the Oromo in Ethiopia, some 40 or so million Oromos in Ethiopia as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good time.